had some of our examples here. And now what we're gonna do is we're going to compare our 1-point perspective that we did with a famous artwork by a man called Vincent van Gogh. Now, are some of you familiar with Vincent van Gogh? No. And some of you are, okay. So that's okay if you're not familiar, because we're going to learn about some of his artwork today. He's one of my favorite artists. The one that we're going to go over today it's called Road in Etten. Actually, the more I go over him, I think you are probably familiar with some of his artwork. So I'm going to show you some of his artwork too. But Vincent van Gogh, so he made this artwork that reminded me of your artwork. So it's called Road in Etten, and it was made in 1881, okay? And just so you get an idea of who Vincent van Gogh is, this is a picture of him. So I just wanted you to see a picture of him. And he was a post-impressionist artist. So he kind of used more of emotion instead of naturalism in his artwork. But yeah, he's one of my favorite artists. All right, and this is one of his artworks. So this is Road in Etten. So what we're gonna do is, I want you to kind of compare your 1-point perspectives and his Road to Etten, okay? So what do you notice? You're gonna work in groups of 3, okay? And I gave you Venn diagrams, right? You've used Venn diagrams with Ms. Perfetto, your homeroom teacher, right? Yeah. Right, so it says my 1-point perspective here, right? You're the artist. And then you're gonna write everything about your 1-point perspective, the differences between his Road in Etten by Vincent van Gogh, and in the middle, you're gonna write the similarities. So you could discuss this between the groups of 3 of you, okay? So you each have groups of 3 of you, okay? And then I gave you each different colors, so you could even separate them by color, okay? So you have your artworks listed in front of you, and then I'll even kind of guide you a little bit with this. So, for example, like let's take a look at Vincent van Gogh's, and then I'll let you work on your own a little bit. Where do you think the horizon line is in Vincent van Gogh's?
Way in the back, around to over here.
Right? There's a line right across here. Perfect. Right? That ground separates the sky, right? Just like yours, right? You separated. Guys. The ground separates the sky, right? Just exactly like yours. Where do you think the vanishing point is? I want to hear from a different scene. And his is kind of funny. Ours are in the middle, right? His is kind of off to the right a little bit, which you can do. Because if you notice, do you notice anything about the people? What do you notice about the people? Can anyone elaborate on that a little bit? Oh, that's a good point too. I'm gonna come back to you with that. But another thing, what do you notice about the people? Because we're talking about the vanishing point right now. Small, right? So the vanishing point, right, I would say is right here, right? Because the people are so tiny, right? And then, right, they get to what size do you think he is? Medium, and then large. And it looks like there's a person back here. They're kind of like in the medium range too. So they go small, medium, large. So what did you do with yours? Exactly. So very the same thing. So that's what I really wanted to get across to you with this 1-point perspective, because we really want to make our artworks look realistic, right? So that's how you make your artworks look realistic, by putting the smaller objects in the background, and then the medium in the middle, and bigger in the as you go towards the front. So it almost looks like you just kind of walk into the picture. It's called giving it the illusion of depth, okay? Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Okay. What else? I'm gonna go back to you now, okay? Now you said you noticed that the people looked a little sad, right? Okay, so how about in our works? Do our people look sad?
No.
No, right? Ours are kind of like cheery and happy, and we have gingerbread people, candy everywhere. I mean, you know what? And I'm gonna let you. I want you guys to discuss this between yourselves. So at least we have an idea now of where I want you guys to go with this. So we have these Venn diagrams. So each group has one Venn diagram, right? So I want you to talk about it with each other. So I want you to talk about the differences between yours and his, and the similarities. So focus on those things. Focus on the 1-point perspectives of it. Listen. Focus on even, like you said, the mood, right? The symbolism of what time of year do you think his is? Oh, that's another good point.
Somewhere in the 90s or 80s? No.
I would say a lot later than that. I'm talking about, how about like seasonal time? I want to hear from someone in the back. What time of year do you think it is?
Winter.
Winter. So our themes in our artwork were winter, right? So that's a similarity. But you also made a good point, right? This artwork was made a long time ago, and we're in what year?
2021.
Right? So that's another good point too. All right, so really talk with each other and try to find the symbolisms in both these artworks. And I also want you to realize too that depending on your mood, like she said, his artwork looks kind of sad, right? So ours are happy. So you could put so much symbolism in your artwork depending on your mood on a particular day. I'm going to show you another one of Vincent van Gogh's artworks. So this is another one of his artworks, right? The Starry Night. You guys know this one.
Yes.
Does this look anything like
No.
his road in Etten?
Yes. So.
Not, well, there's some things, but I think they look pretty different, actually. So I think he was on different moods on each day. So I want you to realize that, depending on your mood, you could really change your artwork, and you could put so much symbolism and your own identity, and you could put your your background and your culture. There's so much that you can do with your artwork, okay? So work in groups of threes, discuss this in groups of threes, okay? I'm gonna give you some time by yourself, okay? Actually, why did we, I'm gonna take one of these away, okay? Yeah, so you three, and you three. Oh, I get a little closer to them, okay? I'm gonna take this away. So look at your artwork, and you have his picture right here that you could compare and contrast, okay? So just remember, this is yours, this is his, and then the similarities, okay? So really discuss that between each other. Okay, you can sit closer with them, okay? I'll be right back, guys. I'd rather have you just do it with pen, okay? It's okay if you mess up, you can just cross it out. The middle is the similarities, okay? Oh, it doesn't matter, as long as each one of them has a different color, okay? So has any of you found any new discoveries? Presents, right? So, like, yeah, your artworks are very different from Vincent's by, I think it's winter, but you have a lot more, but yeah, you have Santa in there, you have presents, snowman, gingerbread, like, so it's very, like happy, almost, like cartoonish. So you have, lots of, symbolism like that. Like his is very, like a very realistic landscape, but we included some, like some fantasy landscape artwork. Okay, I'm very happy with this class. We're gonna continue because time is almost up, okay? but we're gonna continue with these lessons, okay? And,
We both have trees.
we're gonna continue with this next week, and then we're gonna finish our 1 point perspective, yep. Yeah, that's a good point. So we do have more up-to-date things than he would, right? Because his was made in 1881 and ours is made in 21, so we would have changes. Very good point. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up right now, okay? We're gonna continue with these next week. All right, I'll help you in a minute, and then next week too, after we're done with our 1 point perspectives, I'll collect our Venn diagrams. We'll go over those a tiny bit more next week, and then I'm gonna give you these exit slips to show me what you learned, okay? All right, this is very good. I'm very happy with this class. Okay. Thank you.